Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Toddy Hotline at IRE on the Oxford Square. I'm your co-host, Ethan Booker. This is Connor Hennessey, and we're joined by our other co-host, Nat Martin. We're talking a lot about Ole Miss basketball. We've got a lot to talk about Ole Miss recruiting. And then coming up in the show, we've got David Johnson of Rebels 247 going to be joining us talking a lot about recruiting.
Looking ahead to a national signing day coming up in the coming weeks, and looking ahead to the 2015 class, as well as the impact that the 2013 class made this season on the gridiron for the Ole Miss Rebels. Mainly hoops. The Ole Miss Rebels get a big win over Mississippi State. Henderson and Summers led the team with 19. Nat Martin, a big game for the Rebels, a big answer, and it was something that the Rebels answered the call when they got beat in the hump. They came back to the tad pad and knocked them out.
Took care of business.
We finally got a blowout. We've been waiting all season to finally blow a team out. We were able to pull it off.
Oh, they punched them in the mouth.
blowout stage, just great.
The final score there was 82-63, 19 points.
Never in question.
It was really never in question when Ole Miss started going on runs quickly early in the game. Yeah. Ole Miss, improves to 14-5 and then 4-1 in the SEC, third in the Southeastern Conference. And somebody you look at in this game, Ladarius White had some big looks in the game to where it was he provided some winning edge times.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him produce. He struggled so much, and he needed it. He needed to produce, and if he could finish a little better at the rim, I think he'd get a lot more production out of it.
I think overall as a team, if the team would attack the rim a little better, and we'll talk about attacking the rim a little bit later against Tennessee coming up in the next week or so.
Well, coming up in the next segment, we're going to talk a lot more about Ole Miss basketball, going a little deeper with the Mississippi State game and some of the exciting events that happened there. So make sure you keep it tuned right here. This is the Hotty Toddy Hotline.
Oxford, Batesville, and Cinetopia Rehabilitation have a professional treatment team including board-certified physical therapists, occupational therapists, athletic trainers, and personal trainers who use advanced technology and equipment to help you achieve optimal results. We provide physical therapy to patients of all ages, ranging from therapy for joint and sport injuries to stroke recovery or work-related injuries. Oxford, Batesville, and Cinetopia Rehabilitation. Healing in motion. The next time those hunger pains hit you, head to the famous Bees Barbecue, as mentioned in The Blind Side, the movie. In Oxford for 15 years and voted #1 ribs in Oxford. We'll cater all occasions, no matter how small or large the crowd is. We also serve breakfast from 6 a.m. to 9:30. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Bees Barbecue. And don't forget to call about those tailgating trays, 662-236-7090. Bees Barbecue, the best ribs in Oxford.
Family owned and operated since 1959, the Beacon Restaurant is the gathering place in Oxford for family and friends. Come in, grab a seat with a familiar face for a down-home breakfast and a fresh cup of coffee. You might even hear a lie or two. Breakfast not your thing? Then try our signature plate lunches. For service with a smile, come join us for any meal at the Beacon Restaurant on North Lamar in Oxford. And nah, we ain't got no sweet tea.
Welcome back to the Hotty Toddy Hotline at IRE on the Oxford Square. I'm your host, Ethan Booker, joined by Connor Hennessey, our co-host, and our other co-host, Nat Martin, talking about Ole Miss basketball.
Ole Miss hoops and
lots of things going on.
Ole Miss hoops and a whole lot coming up on this week's show. But if you want to join the conversation with Nat Martin, Ethan Booker, and myself, the toll-free number is 800-420-3462. Locally in Oxford, 662-533-8579. I almost forgot that phone number I've been saying for 2 years. Almost forgot it. But like we said, the Rebels got a big win over the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Marshall Henderson about blew the roof off when he hit that dunk and then comes back with the three-pointer there.
Yeah, when you get a Marshall Henderson dunk, it's the place to get interrupt.
Right.
The atmosphere there was incredible.